All right, let's do another gizmo. This one is a rolling gizmo. So we're going to do find gizmos and we'll type in inclined planes in rolling. And this is the one that we want, inclined planes, rolling object. And we'll click on this to launch the gizmo. And here it is. So as always, when we're doing these gizmos, we want to click on the lesson info so we can get our vocabulary sheet. There we go. And we can also get our student exploration sheet. Remember, this is the guide. It's the instructions that tell you how to go through the gizmo, and it's also where you can record your answers and any of your data. Let's make this a little bit bigger. So I'll move myself over here for this one. So for this particular gizmo, all that we're going to do, or that you're going to do, is you're going to test out different shaped objects in each of the ramps. So this is for ramp 1, and then this is for ramp 2. And you can make some changes to each of these objects. So here we have a ring. This one is a block, but you can make it any of the shapes that are listed here. So we could make it a sphere, and you can even change the material, right? So this one's made out of steel, but you've got these other options as well. And then you can also change the surface of the ramp, right? So now it's listed as ice, but you can make it frictionless or any of these other surfaces. And you can also change the steepness of the ramp, and you can do that for both of them. And basically what you're doing is you're having a race. And then when you hit the play button over here, you're going to see both of these objects go down. The other thing that you can do too is you can show the coefficient of friction, right? There's mu for each of these, and if you change the surface, you can see how the coefficient of friction would also change how the objects go down. That might be nice to do if you have the same shape, same object that's sliding down the ramp. So if we give this a go, we hit play. Here's the race. And in this case, there is definitely a clear winner, right? And it gives you the time over here. You can also put a grid on, so you have your coordinate system as it's either rolling or sliding down the grid. And then, of course, you can just reset it. The other thing that you can do is if we click on the table tab and you hit play, it does generate data, and then you can export the data into a spreadsheet, so you can look at it a little bit later. Reset it. You can also look at different energy, right? We've got our linear or translational kinetic energy. We have our rotational kinetic energy, and then we have our dissipated heat energy. And then up here, of course, is the kinetic energy. They start at the same because they're the same height and the same mass. And if we give this a go again, you can see how the different types of energy change as these objects are rolling down. And we'll do one more over here. There's a graph option, and you have different options for graph, like you can do energy versus time. You could use any of these other different options versus time. And then you have some other selections you can do down here as well. And so I'll just leave it for now, energy versus time. And you can see how these are graphing pretty close together for this one. But you have, again, all kinds of options that you can do for this particular gizmo. So that's it. That's how you do the gizmo. Give it a try and let me know if you have any questions.